All right. Hello, my single solitary viewer, and welcome back to Mindcrack, where you can cut my legs off and call me Shorty. It's the pioneer life on the Mindcrack SMP Season 9. We've built this wagon. In the first episode, our settlers, the pioneers have arrived. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's Maybelline, or maybe it's an entire caravan of migrants coming to settle this valley. But before I get to other builds, I have to include in this valley the natural resources that are here. And they're not here quite yet. In my mind, all these mountains should have a little bit of flow of water, if it's only rainwater, that would normally accumulate in the center, or actually not necessarily the center, but at least the lowest point of the valley. And as you can see, I've already dug this this hole. It was already there, but I just dug it one layer farther down because I'm gonna make a pond out of this. And I'm gonna make it not exactly the vanilla Mindcrack way. Mindcrack. You know, when the two words are the same. The Minecraft way, the vanilla Minecraft way is not, it's not perfecto to me. It's not perfect. And I think there's one more material. It's called stone. And I'm just gonna go grab that before it's too late. There you go. Never be prepared. When you're making an episode like this, never be prepared. This is my burb. I'm gonna use a name tag because I have several of those from Mineshafts and so on, and I'm gonna call him Burb. Gonna be the Burb. All right. So, to me, a lot of pond flooring, you could say. That I don't understand why we don't find more mossy stuff at the bottom of the ponds in Minecraft. Or rivers. I don't understand. Like, to me, it makes 1,000,000,000% sense. Oops. That we should be able to find those. And of course, I feel like there should be some more stone as well. And then when we get closer and closer, then we bring in a little more of that sand. Now, before I do, I'm gonna add in some clay here as well, and I'm just starting to mix and match. Yes, the mixing. Let's make this blend. Just trying to also make it look natural, but I'm hoping the result, once it's all built, is going to look, well, it's going to look slightly more natural, I would hope, than the typical Minecraft pond. It's not going to be that gigantic, but it's going to be bigger, better, more productive. And that's what I'm hoping for. All right. And I think I don't have enough sand, but I think there's places where the sand doesn't make sense. Like this little part here, it doesn't make sense to have that much sand there. I'm trying to have these multiple materials, and I guess that's all the sand for now. But I don't have. I need more. I have to check if I have more. And if I don't, well, so be it. I'll try to work with what I have. But I might need more. I might not have more. Sand is one of those resources that unfortunately is limited. Unlike cobble, where you can, create cobble. You can't create sand. You have to harvest it from somewhere. And that's one of the great sadnesses of Minecraft. Because the deserts and the beaches are some of the prettiest biomes, and you always have to try and find some like ugly part of the ocean that you don't want to use And that's going to be the sacrifice. Okay, well, there it goes. There it goes. No more sand. No more sand for you, Flouz. That's it. So I'm going to have to try. I'm going to have to try and work with what I have. I'm a little upset recently. I say upset. It's not really that important, but YouTube is making the ginormous mistake of removing the dislike button. And they're making a fake excuse in order to do it. Basically, they claim that you know, it's a main tool of bullying, and of course that's incorrect. The comments are the main tool of bullying. There are some, you know, dislike brigades that do happen on YouTube from time to time, but obviously, like, if you're gonna be talking bullying stuff, I'm sorry to tell you, YouTube, but it's not in the dislike button that you need to worry about. And the problem is, like, the dislike button shows me when I browse, especially, let's say I'm looking for tutorials, and you might often have, you know, you might often look for tutorials with Minecraft related stuff, right? That happens a lot, if you think about it. And the dislike button actually tells you, like, which are the scam videos and which are the legit videos. The legit videos don't get all the thumbs down, you know, and that can save you a whole lot of trouble, or maybe even save you from viruses. And now that the dislike button is becoming a thing of the distant past, I don't know what's going to protect us. How am I supposed to know which one is the scam video and which one is legit? I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure that they're removing the dislike buttons to protect, you know, when mainstream media, or, you know, the corporate media that tries to push their products on a public that does, you know, they're just not interested, as they typically are. People generally don't care about getting stuff shoved in their face, so they dislike it. And unfortunately, that dislike, that democracy that the users can use to voice their opinion, unfortunately, the corporate things that pay the bills. Oh, it's my pufferfish. Well, they don't like it. They want to give the impression that, no, everybody loves new product. New product is amazing. And that's generally not the case. People didn't even want new product. Yeah. But it's the most importantly to me, it's the fact that now I have no more defense against the scams. I'm gonna be forced to open a video that in the past I would have known ahead of time that it was probably some kind of scam. And now I'm just completely defenseless. YouTube, you're just doing everything not good. Why do you do this, YouTube? For their water needs, early pioneers would of course have to travel to whatever distance they would have to travel to get some fresh water off a river, usually, or maybe a pond or stream, and they'd have to carry buckets of these back to their settlements. Of course, after a while, they'd probably get really tired of that, and they'd work on digging wells, which might happen here in this settlement. But for our farm and our farmlands, the lifeline, the lifeblood of the settlement, of the valley, will actually be the stream and the pond that lies at the bottom. And this is where, of course, our early settlers, our pioneers, are going to get all their water needs met. Back then, like some 200 years ago, things like E. coli and salmonella and so on weren't as bad, so you could survive off drinking like just a regular stream water without treating it. These days, that's not a bad idea. Actually, these days, that's a pretty bad idea. You do want some water purification tablets, or so, and of course, to boil the water before consuming it. We need those water treatment plants nowadays, and that's something that's kind of our own doing. We've our own evolution in terms of medicine and antibiotics has meant like E. coli is resistant to a lot of antibacterials now, and so it's an arms race, always ongoing, but that arm race had not begun. In the early days of colonization, I've seen it much worse. I'm like, oh, right, neat. Speaking of neat, actually, the result of this pond, I think, does look more realistic, just a tiny bit, than the default Minecraft pond, right? I'm actually quite pleased with this result. This is the first time I make a pond this way. It's still very Minecraftian. Did I again use the word Mindcrack instead of Minecraft? Alright, anyway. I guess this is just always gonna happen. Because, when you're not very smart, that's what happens. Let me show you the other plans while we're here. I've marked out a space here, and this is for the barn. The pioneers would come in, and they would use the natural features of the area. In this case, we have available water to irrigate the land. They'd use this and would probably settle some farmlands not too far away. And here I'm going to be building the barn. And that's going to be the next project. But I feel like this one was a little quick. And let me see what I can do to complete this episode with a little part 2. Just like the end of Marley and Me, I have decided that water will flow. We've got a kind of aquifer up here that I may have filled up myself. And I have blocked temporarily right here, but this barrier made of dirt cannot possibly hold. And thus, the water will spill out. It will spill out down here. I need to work a little bit on this little section. But this will then flow down here. And now I'm working on the flowage. It's gonna be filled even higher here, and the water will keep flowing and flowing and flowing. I've been digging, and I've been digging, and I've been placing some rocks, even though I don't have enough stone, really, to fully complete this. I'm not afraid. I ain't afraid of no ghost. I can do this. The idea, though, is to give myself as many options as I can. Okay, yeah, all right. That'll have to do. So this water needs to flow down here to the water that's down there. We've just made the pond. I just need to finish just a wee bit more, right? Just a wee bit more. But I just wanted to show you a little bit of building this pond. Not this pond, but actually the cascades. The waterfall and cascades leading down to the pond. Because, of course, I'm not going to actually do it all on camera. Because I think you know how terraforming works. I dig, I replace what I dig. Well, I dig the path, but also I replace some of what I dig with what will become the river path. And the river path of the cascade, where it goes, where it flows. That's pretty important. Are you ready to see life fill Pioneer Valley? Yes, all sorts of life is about ready to come down. First, in a waterfall, then the cascades. And hopefully, if I did this right, I won't need to help it too much by adding too many source blocks of water into the thing. Let's get this waterfall going. Before I go down, let's see, is it shapely? It's a little bit weird looking. I'm gonna add a source here. There you go. That's a little bit better looking. Maybe it would be benefit from a dirt block right here. Yeah. I'm maybe a little too detail oriented here. But I think maybe that's going to look better. Hopefully the grass is going to come down here. We'll see, we'll see. But the waterfall here is looking good as it comes down. But as I expected, I will need some extra bouquets of water as we go down. Add more. Come back here because I want this to flow evenly from here and here. It's weird that it flows down there. So we got a good flow going. It's fun. Working with water is a lot more fun now in Minecraft than it used to be. If you remember the old water mechanics that really made it a pain in the butt to do anything water related. Now it's so much better, but it's still not entirely perfect. Hence why they're retouching it. All right, let's see how it's gonna look as it comes down the cascades. Yeah, I did figure I'd need a bucket here and a bucket there. Let's do the refills. Oh, I didn't see this one coming exactly. Not quite like that. If I add, really? What if sometimes you can play with the water simply by, there you go, changing its path. Because I didn't want to put a full bucket. There you go. And then perhaps I can do the same right here. No need for a bouquet. Just block the path of the water. Then remove. Now the flow flows as I wished. Here I'm gonna add another slab on top of this, but I wanted the water to basically divide right here, then conquer. Divide und conquer. I don't think water does that at all. The amount of inanities I might actually say while building. Sometimes. At least, you know, it's a good thing that none of it is immortalized. Otherwise, that would be embarrassing. Let's add another bucket right here. Gonna need some another slab there too. Do I want a bucket there, or is this enough? That's enough. Yeah. And I can do the same right here. There you go. Then I can place this bucket here. Just a combination of just putting some extra sources and some extra leaf blocks. Just making that water flow look as natural as I can. There you go. Perfect, because I can't put a full source right there. That's too much, man. It's just too much, yo. And yes, I did say yo. And I shouldn't have, I'm sorry. Getting that flowage going all the way. Pretty much all the way. All the way to the final destination. And again, fantastic. And just a couple blocks right here. It's not blocks, but you know what I mean. Just gonna fix the weirdness of the water source right here. There you go. Thanks, bud. And I really quite like the look of the pond, even though I really just ran out of sand really, really close. Let's have a look from afar. I don't know if I can find a way up this tree. That'd be neat. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Now I can see a little bit. So I didn't want it to flow too straight down, and it doesn't. It flows relatively straight down, but not perfectly straight down as it cascades down. And that makes it look just a little bit natural. Of course, the water would normally take the path of least resistance, so it would flow mostly straight down. But you know, you've seen it. It also plays a kind of game of Plinko, if you know Price is Right. And I think this is just a really good little balance there that we have. We have just the few rock formations that are stubbornly stay in the way, and just one day will eventually lose the fight against the water flow as erosion wins the battle of attrition. But for now, they're still holding on. And the water, pristine, mountain fresh, comes into this pond that will serve as the basin, the life reserves of this pioneer region. And next, I'll be able to use the water to actually create real... Oh no, I didn't replant my carrots. That's embarrassing. That means I'm gonna have to look for a new source of carrots. I'm gonna have to go steal someone's carrots because I transformed all of mine into golden carrots. Did I? No, I think... Oh no, I still have a patch right here. Phew. Okay. Good thing. Good thing. But the sun is setting on this Mindcrack episode. If you want to see more, but of course, leave a like. And to mention in the comments what you'd like to see me build next. Of course, the next thing I'm actually building here is the barn and farm equipment to do the farming, to provide the food for the settlement while the pioneers still sleep in their wagon. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go sleep in the wagon. But it's time to end this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Sponsored by the Flouz Crew on Patreon.